Naval power's role in military success from Trafalgar to today. Historically, naval might has been a vital component of military triumph, impacting the results of significant conflicts and reshaping world affairs. From the decisive victory at the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805 to modern naval tactics, countries looking to project influence, safeguard trade routes, and preserve strategic advantages have found that having control over the seas is crucial. This overview explores 7 pivotal points that highlight the enduring significance of naval strength in achieving military objectives. Number 7. Trafalgar as a pivotal moment. Battled on October 21, 1805, the Battle of Trafalgar marked a turning point in naval history and a sign of British maritime dominance. The united fleets of France and Spain, commanded by Napoleon, were decisively defeated, thanks in large part to Admiral Horatio Nelson's leadership and tactical cunning. Nelson's plan called for splitting his fleet into 2 columns in order to confront the enemy directly, disrupting their line and causing disarray within their ranks. This audacious move highlighted the value of decisive leadership in combat and demonstrated Nelson's extraordinary command of naval tactics. Napoleon's aspirations to invade Britain were essentially thwarted by Trafalgar, which also made the Royal Navy the leading naval power for more than a century. Britain was able to preserve its enormous empire, which was mostly dependent on marine trade, and dominate important trade routes thanks to its dominance. Beyond its immediate military effects, this triumph changed the balance of power in the world, impacting future generations' military plans and diplomatic interactions. In contemporary naval doctrine, the lessons learned at Trafalgar about naval tactics, leadership, and the importance of maritime dominance are still relevant. Number 6. Control of sea lines. One essential component of naval strength that has a direct bearing on a country's capacity to continue military operations and preserve economic stability is control over sea lines of communication. By securing these crucial sea lanes, a powerful navy can guarantee that resources, personnel, and supplies may travel freely without worrying about being intercepted by hostile forces. During times of conflict, when logistical assistance becomes essential for operational success, this capability is vital. For example, in order to carry vital supplies, reinforcements, and equipment for the war effort against the Axis powers, the Allied forces during World War II mostly depended on naval protection for their convoys traversing the Atlantic Ocean. Long-term military operations in Europe and North Africa were made possible by the effective protection of these supply channels, which ultimately helped the Allies win. On the other hand, countries with weak naval capabilities are susceptible to disruptions and blockades that might seriously impair their ability to fight and recover economically. There are several historical examples of how control over maritime channels can affect the outcome of conflicts. For example, Germany's unrestricted submarine warfare during World War I intended to cut off British supply lines. Dominating S-locks guarantees that a country can react quickly to new threats while preserving economic continuity, in addition to improving military effectiveness. Number 5. Influence on global strategy. Throughout history, naval might has played a significant role in determining geopolitical dynamics and global strategy. A country with a strong fleet can become a major force in world affairs by projecting its influence much beyond its boundaries. Projecting power is essential for preserving areas of influence and discouraging possible enemies. For instance, Britain used its powerful fleet to spread its empire across continents during the 19th century imperial era, securing trade routes and areas vital for economic exploitation. In addition to defending British merchant vessels, the Royal Navy upheld trade regulations that benefited British interests around the world. In order to exert influence in strategically significant areas, like the Indian Ocean and the South China Sea, nations like the United States and China continue to make significant investments in their warships. The belief that naval strength is essential to both national security and international stability is reinforced by the presence of strong naval forces, which act as a deterrent against aggression from competing countries and a source of comfort for allies. Additionally, maritime diplomacy enables countries to project soft power internationally while fortifying alliances and relationships through cooperative drills, port visits, and humanitarian missions. Number 4. Technological advancements. Technological developments that have changed how navies function and fight have had a significant impact on the development of naval warfare. Technology has drastically changed naval capabilities, from the American Civil War's introduction of armored warships to today's modern aircraft carriers outfitted with cutting-edge missile systems and unmanned aerial vehicles. Advanced radar systems for surveillance, precision-guided munitions for precise targeting of enemy assets, and cyber capabilities for information warfare that can interfere with enemy communications or navigation systems are just a few of the technologies that modern navies use to improve their operational effectiveness. For example, aircraft carriers act as floating air bases that enable the quick deployment of air power over long distances. By deploying fighter jets capable of conducting airstrikes or offering close air support to troops on land, they play a vital role in supporting ground operations during conflicts. Furthermore, advances in submarine technology have brought about stealth capabilities, which allow submarines to carry out secret operations without being seen while posing serious risks to surface boats via torpedoes or anti-ship missiles. Maintaining a technological edge becomes crucial for guaranteeing naval superiority in future battles as nations continue to develop with new technology, such as autonomous systems capable of undertaking surveillance or combat missions or artificial intelligence for decision-making processes. Number 3. Lessons from World Wars. Control of the oceans was vital in determining military results and influencing strategic choices during both World Wars, providing a clear example of the importance of naval power. Even dominant navies could encounter difficulties during World War I, as demonstrated by the Battle of Jutland. Although the British Royal Navy continued to have an overall advantage over Germany's high seas fleet, it was unable to secure a decisive victory that would have severely damaged German naval capabilities or changed the direction of the war at sea. Although Jutland was regarded as a tactical triumph because of the increased German losses, it did not result in a major shift in control over maritime operations, demonstrating that tactical errors might have long-lasting effects on strategy and morale. World War II, on the other hand, demonstrated how crucial successful naval tactics were to assisting land operations, carrier-based aircraft, and naval logistics were crucial to the success of the Allied amphibious assaults on D-Day, which involved the landing of troops on captured beaches. These operations demonstrated the importance of integrated maritime capabilities for carrying out large-scale military campaigns successfully. Without command of sea lanes or sufficient naval assistance, land forces may find it difficult to accomplish their goals or maintain protracted battles against entrenched enemies. Number 2. Asymmetric warfare. Asymmetric warfare has become a major obstacle for established naval powers in recent decades, making it more difficult for larger fleets to employ traditional tactics against non-state entities or weaker enemies. Unconventional tactics, including guerrilla warfare or cyber attacks, are frequently used by smaller countries or rebel groups to successfully challenge larger navies while taking advantage of their weaknesses through creative methods catered to their advantages. Smaller forces have, for instance, used fast attack boats armed with anti-ship missiles or drones made expressly to take advantage of flaws in traditional naval operations by launching surprise attacks or swarming tactics that overwhelm defenses to successfully target larger naval assets during conflicts in areas like the Persian Gulf or off the coast of Somalia. These strategies demonstrate how contemporary conflicts force navies to continuously modify their approaches while upholding their historical roles in power, projection, and deterrence. They demand a greater focus on intelligence gathering skills, in addition to quick reaction systems that can successfully handle unconventional threats before they develop into more serious conflicts. Number 1. Ongoing strategic importance. In the face of growing geopolitical tensions in regions like Southeast Asia and Eastern Europe, where maritime disputes are common, due to competing territorial claims over crucial sea lanes, rich in resources like oil or natural gas reserves. Beneath contested waters, naval power continues to be a crucial component of military strategy for many nations worldwide. Thanks for watching our video, and don't forget to subscribe.